Hello everyone, really happy to be on that call with you today. Today I want to introduce the biggest release we've done so far this year. That's super exciting. There is like 14 updates shipped in April, all built around one outcome: booking more meetings and in a much easier way than it used to be before. That's how SalesMind is disrupting the industry of lead generation. So I will walk you through every update, show you most of them live in the app, how ourselves we're using those updates, and how you can use them. We now power outreach for more than 5,500 users across 60 plus countries, and the reply rate that we're seeing is between 30 to 50%, which is completely insane with zero LinkedIn ban on the platform. Everything you will see today is shaped by what the user and the power user are asking and where we see the most impact in your lead generation funnel. So let's get started. So 14 different updates. Today you will see plenty of one. How does the persona work, building, reusing and targeting with persona. Per agent visibility, so you will have an understanding of how the agent is becoming the central piece in the lead generation. You will also see how to build smarter campaign. So basically, we understood that it takes a bunch of time. Why? Because simply we have the most comprehensive set of filters in the world. We can filter up to 36 different criteria for you to identify the perfect ideal customer profile. Before, you had to make that manually, every single of those. And what we built is now you can prompt to that. Okay? So the AI fills automatically every single one that is essential and critical for it to identify who is the right prospect for you. So let me show you how. You go to the agent, and in the tab persona, you can create a persona. And here, basically, you can click on top right and say, I'm looking for B2B SaaS founder in North America with company headcount. You don't need to be very careful about the letters and the autograph and everything. The AI understands what you mean, and that's really a superpower. Company headcounts below 50 person, and that will be my decision maker, and generate with AI. So this is exactly what has been defined. Here we have the name, B2B SaaS founder, North America. We see that the AI identified not only founders, but also co-founders, CEO, and chief executive officer. The seniority level, we want exclusively owner, partner, or CXO. The job function will be entrepreneurship or business development. The professional skills, very important. That's something we're unique on the market to have that. We can identify them by what kind of skill do they have, and that makes the thing extremely precise. The geography, United States and Canada, and so on, the industry, software development, technology, information, internet, IT, custom software development. So we are really specialized on the SaaS industry. Here, the software industry, the technologies they use, LinkedIn, Sales Navigator, Outreach, or HubSpot. This is our sweet spot. If someone already used LinkedIn Sales Navigator, he wants the ROI from LinkedIn, and that's what we can bring. The Outreach and the HubSpot is also something that we're doing. So if the technology that people are using is that, we can target them, and we know they have a stronger intent. We only work with people that are in the B2B market. So here the AI identified that precisely, and we can see the buying role, the decision maker right here. We're going through that later, but a small glimpse. This is the playbook we have for this specific persona. All right. So now let me save the changes. But let's say I want a very small variation of this one. I want them in Europe, for example. But the value proposition for them will be slightly different. What am I doing? I'm copying and duplicating this specific one. So we are getting into the next innovation, one-click persona copy. I click here. Every single field has been defined here, and instead of geography, Canada, I can say France or simply Europe. Let's say Europe. And here I change the name, but everything else eventually can remain the same. I save changes and we have it all. That's pretty simple, right? So the pain before was sometimes you wanted to have very slight change, and that was really huge in terms of time that you had to spend back and forth, copy, paste, we know that. So we make that very simple for you now. Small but high frequency win. The next one is the sales script per persona. We had a small glimpse of it, but let me go in depth about it. Now each persona has his own sales script, and the AI uses that automatically. So before we were able to have one very long sales playbook where everything was mixed inside, that was really hard to read and to maintain over time. Now we moved that to this specific playbook. So right here you can see that we have B2B founders, North America, the role, the personality, the expertise they have, the communication style, and their goals. So the AI really understands them, and you can come here, edit, and type whatever you want, add any kind of section you want. This is purely free text, and the AI understands English or whatever language it is. So lucky us, we can write as a human, and the AI interpret it as a machine. So that's really cool. That makes the messages way more engaging for each specific segment of your ideal customer profile. Great. So now each persona has his own script. The next one that has been asked for multiple months, and that was a really big challenge for the team to implement that. It can sound simple, but trust me, it wasn't. So let's go through that. Now we have all those persona. We spent 2 minutes building them all instead of a few hours before. But I want to use them in a campaign. I want to create my specific campaign, my own campaign, and I need for that my persona, not anything else. I want to reuse the same filter that I have already built. So let's go through it. I will take this one, which is a normal campaign. I choose the profile, I choose the experience, nothing crazy here. But when I come to the step of lead, I can choose my persona. And here we can see the different persona. B2B SaaS founder, North America. And immediately, within this campaign, I find all the different criteria that the persona had. And that's a really big success, because I can reuse this persona over and over at the macro level of a campaign. So this closed the loop about all the work we're doing around the persona. So that helped you to have a much better consistency, and you can reuse your list and you can improve the filter over time. So it makes sure that it improves the quality of qualification and the quality of scoring over time. Okay? So now I click on save, and like magic, the application will search all those SaaS founders for me. The AI lead finder will find them, make my prospecting list, and I will be able to start my outreach like this. All right, I think that's pretty much it for this one. That was easy for the users, very complicated for the dev team. We're happy to support our users. One more thing that we did in the agent was to add the campaigns in there. So without having to move from this, you can see everything that has been done within this agent. So all the campaign here, you can select the sender and see which is coming where. All right. So that's pretty simple. That's just a convenience for you to view everything is within the same menu, and that's already being sorted out. So it's especially useful for managers and agency owners that want to know exactly without filtering and in a really quick view. Very simple. All right. So the next one is the resources and the sales playbook. I think a lot of people get that wrong. We build the information knowledge base because the agent need to have information about what you have to sell, how you're selling it, and why you're selling it, and who you're selling it, and what kind of tone of voice you have, and what kind of strategy you have to offer those services, right? So this is where you can now you can see. So as we can see in the playbook, so now you can, let's say you do not have it, I'll save it, or I will even delete from here, and I can add one. The type, I can have only one. That's really important. I can select Tailored Sales Playbook, and here I can add whatever I want. So here, again, the AI understands natural language. So write with your word. If you already had something, that's amazing. If you do not, we may have created that for you, so don't worry. But this is the essence mem of SalesMind. We want the AI to do the things, and we want to make you become a validator. The AI does, you validate, the AI executes behind. That's the purpose, right? So verify the playbook here, update it, and we will make sure the AI follow those strategy, your own strategy. So we have the playbook right here, but we also have the tone of voice, which is something similar. It's not about your tone of voice, it's about your company tone of voice. Is it something really formal? Is it something funny, casual? Whatever it is, you can have it here, and we will make a mix between your tone of voice and your company tone of voice. So we ensure we stay within the guideline. All right. So next one is something that we have been working on for quite a long time, the blacklist. There is a lot of company that you do not want to reach. For example, your competitors, your existing clients, whatever, right? So the way how to do that is to essentially have them in the agent settings. You can have the blacklist here. So let's say I'm targeting, I don't want to target only one person. I add here, I save the changes. And now, when I will start a mission, I can click right here. Those settings will apply. I can see here, so I ensure I set up once and everywhere else it applied for every single users within this agent. So the configuration initial is easy and everyone benefits from it over time. So that's super cool, save a lot of time in terms of maintenance and everything. Let's go to the next one. That is something a lot of people are working on, I believe, and a lot of people are wasting time on. Let's say you want to explain, you open a new session on ChatGPT, Claude, or whoever it is, and you have to explain him again, oh, who I am, what am I doing, what am I selling, what are my different offers, what are my different pricing, what are my different features, and so on. We build something for you that you will love. So basically, you can come here, you can copy, and here we have copied the entire knowledge base. So it works as simple as you go back to ChatGPT or whatever, and here there is a bunch of things that has been created. It's not, we haven't invented anything. This is everything that is coming from the agent. SalesMind, which company? AI sales agent, which service? White label, affiliate, LinkedIn prospecting, AI lead finder. And then we get the description of that. So once I paste that in ChatGPT, ChatGPT will have a lot of information about what we are doing, and my session starts with the entire context. Now, let's say I have a quick question. Where is the prompt? Okay. So here, my prompt, for example, now I have the entire context. Write a 3-paragraph cold email, top 3 ICP based on the offer above. And I have this. It knows exactly what we have to do. Right? So that's really easy. That's a lot of text, as you can see. This is not for human, this is for AI. So as you can see also, we use a very specific format for that, Toon. This is something that is aiming to consume much less token per call. So the thing is understandable for the AI. Human is much harder to understand because it's not structured as JSON could be. But the AI loves this kind of format. So it gives the entire context in one click. You can build another knowledge base anywhere else, whenever you want with that. All right. Now, the next one is something that is tremendously helpful for the people that have multiple campaigns running, few months of outreach. Don't get me wrong, if you're just starting, it will be useful at some point, but not at the moment. So the idea behind this one is for us to be able to toggle the campaigns and pause the new outreach. So we stop sending new connection requests to anyone. We only consume the messages from this specific campaign. It makes the campaign much smarter. We can ditch the campaign that did not perform really well and make sure that we only get the quotas of connection for campaigns that are performing well. But obviously we don't want to lose the momentum when we pause a campaign because not everyone has been reached within this campaign. So the easy way is to pause the new outreach. So when you go to a campaign, I can go from the agent. If I open this one, for example, I invited 327 people, 176 people accepted, and I have a reply rate of almost 30% in this one. So what happened? I want to stop the outreach. I only want to continue everyone in this campaign. I don't think this is a really good example. Let me take another one. In this one, we contacted a bunch of people, but you can see this is not finished. I still have roughly 1,000 people in this campaign that need to get reached, right? But I don't want to. I want a campaign that performs better, even if this one performs okay. I want to say, I'm stopping this one. I don't want to send any connection because as you can see, the number of connection is quite limited. I go to settings and I click pause new outreach. From now on, I will not send a single connection request from this campaign. Only what I will consume is messages. So this will not move, but those will move. And at some point, we will have enough people, all the people in this campaign that have accepted my connection request that will get the message. And whoever is in my other campaign will get reached because they have the active outreach. So it's perfect for the end-to-end quarter. When you hit your meeting target, you can ensure you keep nurturing the people to keep the momentum. Something that is really helpful, I'm going to remove that here. Let's say I'm taking this one. We see that often we hit the limit. We have roughly 600 to 800 connections per month. Sometimes we reach them. We want to know when the software is reaching those limits. And that's what you can see here. So eventually we hit the limit a lot of time with this account in this campaign. It means other campaign may not have. Or we have been able to send some stuff here in another campaign, but not in this one anymore. So every single line with those dots are the time where we hit the limit and we were not able to send any connection request, not based on SalesMind, but based on LinkedIn specification. So then you know exactly what happened with your account, why it doesn't send anything, or why it does send anything. Okay? Great. So the graph shows you exactly when and why the limits have been hit. The next one is something that has been helpful for us. Let's say we want to start the campaign with the same kind of people, but we want to change the messages. We can duplicate with lead. But let's say I want to use exactly the same messages, but without using the same lead. I click duplicate alone. If I click duplicate with lead, everything will be the same, but I will be able to change right now. The list will be exactly the same, all the settings will be the same, but I can come here and change whatever I want. And then here they will receive the new messages from the new template. And here I can come and edit. We target the same people, but don't get me wrong, we take the same list. If the people have already been reached, we don't reach them a second time. We cancel the thing because we cannot reach twice the same people. That makes no sense in terms of outreach. But for all the people that haven't been reached, we reach them with this new template. So the perfect combo will be I post the new outreach on the previous campaign, I duplicate the campaign with the lead, and here I make my update. All the previous people, I don't lose the momentum, they keep receiving my messages, they don't get any connection requests from these 2,700 people. This new campaign is taking the 1,000 of people that are left and message them with the new instruction that I have for them. So very powerful to duplicate the strategy and make A, B, C, D tests. All right. So the next innovation is the reverse pitch tag. We know that LinkedIn is used for lead generation. That's what we're doing. But sometimes when you prospect, you get prospected back. And that's what we want to identify fast so you don't lose time on those people. So let me show you how it looks. For example, here I'm coming. I see that I have two reverse pitch. Those are blue. We can clearly see that we had a little bit of talk with her and now she's pitching us. Blah, 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 I help business doing real estate, real sales, blah, 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 here my Instagram. That message is totally horrible, don't get me wrong, but the AI identified that very easily. It's a long, detailed pitch of our own digital marketing, agency services, blah, blah, blah. What am I doing? I'm simply sending what the AI gave me. So it's easy for me to take that. Maybe that's a potential prospect for me. It seems a pretty good one actually, a 95% match because she is a B2B marketing agency owner and we work with those. So that works really well, but she is pitching me at the moment. What's interesting is the AI identify exactly what is my offer for those specific people and offer the white label option. That's something that really trigger the marketing agencies. They like the white label offer. So we're giving them the link right here. So that's it for the reverse pitch. We just make sure that you identify who want to pitch you and you move away from them. So let's say this message was good, but eventually this one, let's move to this one. We actually some automation running on my LinkedIn account already. So that's a great fit. If you already use LinkedIn automation, that's something we can help with. But here, the message is a little bit too long to me. So the update is about enhancing the message. Shorter. I just type shorter. And the message will be shorter. Same idea, same purpose, same link. We keep the idea of the message, we keep the structure and the tone of voice, we just make it shorter or whatever it is, longer now and more space. It should come back with a longer message, right? And now I can send. That's quite simple, right? So you have choice on how you want to enhance your message. Let's go to the next one and the last one. So once you connected SalesMind to your entire ecosystem, you want to be able to identify when we have update. So when you go here and you go to webbook, we can create webbook on many different kind of event. For example, a tag has been updated in the inbox, or you send a message, or an invitation has been sent, or you receive a message, or a connection has been accepted. And that's pretty much it. Here you can have all those triggers per agent. Let's say I'm selecting 2 different agents. I want those triggers to happen each time I get a connection that is accepted and a message that has been sent on my N8N. I will receive the webhook and the trigger to start the workflow each time for both of those agents. And that's pretty simple. Now I get the webhook URL in N8N. I'll get there, put the URL, and I can get started on my workflow that easily. Very simple. Each webhook only fire for a team you choose and route the data precisely. That's it for today. Very exciting about all those updates. Next month is coming with a bunch of new ones. I'm not sure I can share that because we're still working on it, but we are working on the Slack integration. So every day you will have a daily digest about everything that happened for you on your account without you to ever have to log into the SalesMind. So keep posted. Keep posted. Subscribe here, somewhere around, like, follow, so you don't miss the update, and see you next month for a new product release. Thank you guys.